little refresh. And we're live. Wonderful. So I'm live on YouTube and I'm also live on Instagram. If you know of anyone that needs assistance with content creation or with social media marketing, go ahead and share this live. Or if you just want them to be like, hey, she fun, she cute, your girl. Yeah, make sure that you share this out to your friends, to fellow entrepreneurs, other business owners, or just people who want to get better with their social media game. Perhaps you want to become an influencer, or you want to start doing you get paid on social media, which that's going to be a whole nother topic for another day. I was actually debating between the two to teach people how to get paid on social media, because a lot of people just feel like, oh, the only way that I can get paid on social media is if Instagram pays me as an influencer, if I get approved for monetization on YouTube. But no, there's actually a lot more ways that you can get paid on social media. I should know, because that's how I got my start. So, sorry, there's a gnat. So that's, if you see me doing this, it's because it's a gnat. I don't know why he's in here. I guess he want to learn too. Anyway, so today's topic, like I said, I was going in between the two topics. If I was going to teach y'all how to get monetized on social media, or if we were going to talk about what to do when you're not feeling creative. And I went with what to do when you're not feeling creative because I was not feeling creative today or this week, really. So, I figured I would share with you all what I do, because if you follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, I just have been like active with the lives more so, but I'm going to get back into posting shorts. But on Instagram, you probably wouldn't have even noticed that I have not been feeling creative, because my content is still being posted. I'm still posting a couple times a day still, even though I did not feel like being on camera. Like I can't really say I was having a bad hair day, because I mean, I have locks. I never have a bad hair day. But no, I had a hairstyle and it didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. And I just life has been happening. Like, for instance, I'm not even gonna hold y'all that long today, because some type of way it is now 7:00, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I have not eaten solid food today. Drunk a lot of water. I even had a soda. Haven't chewed anything today. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all this information, so then I can go get me something to eat, because I'm hungry. Like, not really some type of way. I haven't eaten all day, but I'm not hungry. But it's a whole nother topic. I can't even say that's another topic for another day. That's just a thing that happened to me today. Okay. So let's get into what we came here for. What you should do when you're not feeling creative. For those of you who just joined, hello, 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 hello. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube. Yeah, so I have not been feeling creative really this month. However, you cannot tell, because my content has still been churning out. I've been posting. I challenged myself to post 5 times per day. And in last Thursday's live, I made it a point to remind everyone that when someone tells you to post 3 to 5 times per day on social media, that does not have to be the exact same platform. Now, if you specifically want to grow on that particular platform, let's say you want to grow on Instagram, then yes, that makes sense for you to post 3 times per day on Instagram. However, if you just want to have an active presence on social media, then those 3 to 5 times per day can actually be on separate platforms. You can make the same post and put it on Instagram. Like, for me, I have 2 Instagram pages, so I can have it on both Instagram pages. It can also go on my YouTube. It can go on my Facebook. It can go on my TikTok, so on and so forth. And that counts as you posting 5 times per day, because most people are like me. And, I feel like that's just social media in general. And you can say this for the people that you follow as well. You follow some people on it. There's a gnat in here for those who missed that speech a second ago. So if you see me swatting, the gnat wants to be in on the information too. So, yes. What was I talking about? With you posting on multiple platforms, yes, you can say this for yourself. You have certain people that you follow on Instagram that you do not follow on YouTube. You don't even know if they have a YouTube channel, or maybe they do, you just don't care. You have certain people whose YouTube channels you may watch every single video that they've ever posted, but you don't follow them on Instagram. You don't even know if they have a Facebook fan page, if they're on TikTok, so on and so forth. But then there are other people who you may be like, if they have an account, I'm following it, period. So other people look at your content the same way. There may be some people who are subscribed to you on YouTube who are not on your Instagram. However, they still need the same valuable information that you have to provide to them. So that's that spiel. That wasn't the recap of last week. You should have been here. You got to catch up. You got to tune in so that way you can get these gems. Okay. This week, we're talking about what you should do when you're not feeling creative. So one idea of thought is for you to suck it up and do it anyway. So that's where I am right now, because I did not feel like being on camera. If you missed the speech earlier, I have not eaten all day today. I am hungry. My food got ready out of the oven at 6:45. But I had to set all of this up because it's a whole setup. I ain't gonna come to y'all half stepping now. Y'all gonna get this good lighting. Y'all gonna get this slight face. We have microphones, cameras, all the setup had to be right, because I show up a certain way online. I can't just do junky. So that's not my thing. So I had to stop fixing my food so that way I could get all this set up to be able to go live, because I made a commitment and I'm sticking to that commitment. I said I was going to go live every Thursday at 7 o'clock. So here we are. So again, this ain't gonna be that long because I'm hungry. So one thought is that you go ahead and suck it up and do it anyway. The other thought is, which I prefer, which is how I got this far with me creating content. Like I said, I have not been feeling creative this month, is that I batch create my content, which is part of what I talked about last week. When you batch create your content, you record a whole bunch of content, usually once a month, and you schedule it out for the entire month. So whether you feel like being on camera or not, you have content set to go. However, everything is content. There's a sound that I used on Instagram that I want to reuse again, and I'm probably going to use it once a month just to remind people. Everything is content. So what does that mean? When you're doing things throughout the day, throughout the week, if you have something exciting going on, or even if it's not that exciting, it's kind of mundane, record yourself doing that. It doesn't have to be very long, especially let's say if you're focused on short form content. If your focus is Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and Facebook Shorts and TikToks, because people have the attention span of squirrels, so short form content is king right now. So that's what you want to focus on. If that's what you're doing, think about it. Let's say if you go to a concert, tomorrow's Friday, you have a concert that you're going to. Reels only last 90 seconds. TikToks go out to 3 minutes, but really the content that performs the best is the shortest and the easiest to digest. So when it's really quick, it's fast, it gets to the point, and it's entertaining or it's valuable, that content is what does the best. So if you happen to, let's say you're going to a concert tomorrow, the concert may be for 2 or 3 hours, or a comedy show, whatever. It may be for 2 to 3 hours. You only need 60 seconds worth of content. And really, you only need about 15 seconds worth of content. So you can get a short video of whatever it is that you're drinking. You can get a short video of somebody up on stage. You can get another video if it's different performers, different snippets of people. You don't have to record the entire song, because let me tell you, I like to be in the moment. So it's kind of difficult to be, it can be, or it can seem that way, that it's difficult to be in the moment and to also be a content creator, but that's not the case. The things that I've done just in general, random around the house, I record myself doing it. Don't worry about what the video is going to be used for in that moment. Don't worry about that. Just record yourself doing the thing. I did a reel that performed really well and it was super relatable. And all I did was clean my house. All I did was clean my house. I took a video. I just videotaped myself doing little short things. It was probably about maybe 20 seconds of each thing, but I didn't use the full 20 seconds. So I had 20 seconds of me folding clothes, 20 seconds of me washing dishes, 20 seconds of me taking clothes out of the washing machine, putting them into the dryer, 20 seconds of me sweeping the floor, 20 seconds of me wiping off the stove or, dusting, something like that. And I mashed it all together. I think the entire reel was probably about 30 seconds. And I just put a song behind it that was popular at the time that kind of fit the mood, which was just like some soft, relaxing music. Because for me, cleaning is relaxing. I enjoy cleaning, cleaning up my space. It helps me clear my mind. And me posting that was very relatable to a lot of people, whether they related to it in order to say, I don't like cleaning. That's not really my thing. I don't find that relaxing, versus other people were like, yeah, I do the same thing. I really enjoy cleaning. I like my space to be clear. It makes my mind clear, so on and so forth. That reel, again, that wasn't exciting, but that was something that made a lot of sense to a lot of people, and it did really well. Again, everything is content. I'm going to keep drilling that in. So just record yourself doing random things. I posted, if it wasn't last month, it was the month before, a youth, well, she's on several platforms now, but an influencer, her name is Maddie James. Maddie posted a video of her making a sandwich. It was literally her hands opening up the bread, smoothing on some, we'll say, mayonnaise. Then she put some meat on there, some lettuce, some cheese, whatever. She went through the process of just making a sandwich. And she posted it on Instagram. And you'd be like, oh, well, she's a big influencer, so of course it did well. It's a sandwich. It's a sandwich. You didn't even see her face in the video. It was just her making a sandwich. That is why TikTok is doing so well, and it has taken off throughout the pandemic, because people post super relatable things. Gone are the days of you wanting to show off and be flashy and be so over the top. Of course, there are people that relate to that. There are people who still aspire to that. So if that's your life, then sure, go ahead and post that. However, if your regular life is, excuse me, if your regular life is you going into the office for several hours, then you have to sit in traffic on your way home, then you come home to some loud children or a fussy dog, and you still got to cook, and then you got to figure out what you're going to eat for dinner. And there are other people who relate to that as well. So you recording yourself in those moments, again, doesn't have to be long. If we're focusing on short form content, which you absolutely should be, you only need, we'll say, 10 seconds of you sitting in traffic, or, just showing the traffic on the road. About 10 seconds of you sitting at your desk, pretending like you're typing. You can have some more seconds of you set up a tripod so that way you can see yourself walking through the door. You can record yourself walking through the door, and whatever greets you at the door, whether it's your child or your dog, and you sitting at the table like this because you're trying to figure out what to eat. That's a reel right there. And again, you don't have to worry about, well, how am I going to tie this into my business? How am I going to tie this into my niche? Don't worry about that. At the moment, no. This is a part of batch creating your content. You're saving it for a rainy day, for when you don't feel like posting, when you don't feel like being on camera, then you have that. Another one that I have that did really well, I took a video of me repotting a plant. I'm not the best planter. I don't have the biggest green thumb. I'm not the plant lady. I have like 4 plants right now. They're thriving. They're doing well. I'm really proud of myself because I usually kill things, but they're doing good. So I recorded myself repotting a plant, and I didn't know how I was going to end up using that video, because just repotting a plant, what does that have to do with content marketing? What does that have to do with having confidence on camera? What does that have to do with marketing your business? Nothing, until I put it together and I was like, okay, when you've outgrown something, then it's time, instead of you staying in that one place and being stagnant, sometimes it's time to branch out. Sometimes you need to expand your space. And that's exactly what I did. In that moment, I used that analogy because the plant was starting to die because the pot was so small. And I was just like, well, it's living, it's fine. But then my sister looked at it and she was like, you're gonna kill it. It's gonna die in there. And in that same sense, that helped me in that moment, because sometimes we play ourselves small. Sometimes we think small and we're stifling ourselves, we're stifling our dreams. And when we should be expanding and growing larger and expanding our area, so that way we can grow and continue to challenge ourselves and continue to get better. So I didn't know how I was going to use that video in the moment. Again, it was random, me just repotting a plant, but that's what it is. Let me see what a brother Walton said. Nothing helps me create more than music and visuals. I like looking at older things I wrote, my creation, and other stuff people write. That's a great idea. When you're not feeling creative, look at other people's creativity. So, what I would say when it comes to social media, though, don't get too caught up in that, because you can say that you're looking at other people's creativity in order to get inspiration, but really you just scrolling. At some point, it's just, I'm just looking at stuff. I'm just that Instagram sound by Marty Woodard where he's like, what you doing? What I'm doing? Nothing. Scrolling on Instagram, looking at reels, saving them to recreate later, but I'm not gonna recreate them. I do that. I know I do that. I have to put a timer on my phone and I scroll through reels, and then I just give myself that amount of time, because if I take longer than that, oh, it's over with. It's I'm relaxed now. What work? Who's working? Not me. I'm chilling at this point. I'm enjoying social media. So that is the difference when you are a creator on social media and when you're a consumer. It's a very thin line. However, I love what Brother Walton had posted, because you can do that for yourself. You can go back and look at old journal entries, and then you can use that. You can find, again, those analogies of, like I said, the video of me cleaning up my house. You can do that same thing, whatever your, let's say if your cleaning day is on Saturday, because mine is. So let's say you're cleaning on Saturday, you record yourself doing these random cleaning things around the house. And then once you go back through your journal and you see, oh, wow, I really cleaned up this part of myself, or I washed away this old me or this old habit that I used to have. Or, I used to, even if it's something as simple as I used to hate cleaning and now I love it, something like that. You can find those things, so that way when you're not feeling creative, you can tap into something else. Or again, when it comes to looking at other people's works, books, reading books, poetry, listening to music, because Beyonce just dropped a whole album. Whatever that album, whatever particular song, we'll say thick. Whatever thick makes you feel, because that's one of my favorite songs. Whatever that makes you feel, do that and add the song to the video. So I was working legs in the gym last week or so, and I was feeling real thick with it. I was like, let me add this song in here. And then it just so happened that a friend had reached out to me and said, I hope your business and that ass is growing. I said, this is perfect. This is the caption. Lord, thank you. This is the caption and the video right here. Let me record myself doing this quick workout, which it wasn't quick. I'll be in the gym. I'm not going to say longer than I should be, but I'll be in the gym for a while. It takes me a while to get there, but once I get there, I don't be wanting to leave. It's not because of the people. I just enjoy being at the gym. Like, I can continue to find things to do. That's not what we get. Tangent, getting back on track. Anyways, I recorded myself doing this leg workout, getting my squats in and stuff, feeling extra thick. The friend's comment made that the caption. Boom. Put it on the Beyonce sound. There we go. That's it. That, yes. Before you know it, scrolling on social media, an hour has gone by and you don't even know where the time went. Yes. Watching that sweet video. It is very relevant. And another thing for people who are like, well, my life is boring. Nobody wants to see this. It's nothing entertaining about what I have going on. I'm sorry. Have you ever watched a vlog? Have you ever watched a vlog on YouTube? You should just type in vlog. Now, there are some people who are full-time influencers, and then they have important, fun, everybody's life is important. Let me take that back. They have all these fun activities that they're doing. However, they do have filler space to where it's just, I'm sitting here reading a book, or I'm driving my kid to school. Everybody doesn't have these super exciting, fabulous lives. Like, granted, if you really like the person, take the granted out. If you really like this person, and you enjoy their content, you're going to watch it regardless of what it is they're doing. Now, for the fly by night fans, then they'll probably only watch the vlogs when it's something important happened. This person went to the Met Gala. This person went to they met this celebrity or somebody who's in their same industry. Like I love makeup YouTube and nail YouTube. So when these two nail influencers, when they came across each other, or if they got beef with each other, all that type of stuff, when you keep up with them, then you know what's going on in their regular lives. I give a prime example. There was this, well, they're still on YouTube. I just don't watch them anymore. I used to live in Savannah. And on my break at work, every single day, I used to watch the daily vlog from Jerry Levine Jr. And him and his wife, and they have 2 kids. And I know they call their fans the Grapevines. I don't know if that's what their YouTube is called or whatever, but I think it's the Levine Life. That's what it was called, the Levine Life. I used to watch their vlog every single day, and they would just record whatever it was that they did in that day and upload it. Of course, their day was scrunched down into maybe about 20 to 30 minutes. And that's what I did on my lunch break. I was tapped into them and what they were doing with their family. Some days the vlog was real dry, and all they did, like their son, I think he has he's on the low spectrum. I think that's what it is when you don't have a lot of it. I think he's on the low spectrum with autism or something along those lines. They were trying to teach the little boy how to read or do something with school related. And I'm like, I really sat here and watched this. I really did. The baby got a tooth. But then they'd have exciting stuff to where they went and got a designer car, or the wife had plastic surgery. So when she had some complications with the plastic surgery, then they had videos of that. Or they had been vlogging for so long, they actually vlogged both the children's birth. So like her whole story of how she was doing with her pregnancy, like every single day I was tapped in. And it wasn't like, granted, they were full-time influencers. Well, when I first started watching them, the wife was still working, and I was right there with it. Another one that is super popular, Kadeen and DeVal. If you all know of them, they have the Dead Ass podcast. DeVal is an actor on Sisters, and I think he's getting his own spinoff. But before all of that, they just posted funny videos with their children, and I sat there and watched it because it was entertaining to me. So if you watch vlogs, or even if you don't, there is a whole slew of people who enjoy vlogs and want to sit there and watch relatable content. What's your advice on creating outside of your comfort zone? Like some people like videos, some like art, etc. Outside of your comfort zone, I feel like you should push yourself to a certain extent. Quick story. I'm in an accountability group, and there was one woman who a lot of them weren't really interested in creating content. And there was one woman who they were trying to convince her, in order to get more fitness clients, she needed to not dress provocative, but she needed to put on a brightly colored dress, because her page, because of how she normally dresses, is mostly like neutral colors. So they was like, if you have this red dress, and we were all on Zoom, and they went through and they was like, oh, you should wear this and you should do that and da da da. When she talked to me about it, I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. And they were like, no, it's gonna stop the scroll. It's gonna interrupt the timeline. Da da da. I get that, but if she's not comfortable on camera, it's gonna stop the timeline in a bad way, because it's real easy to go viral either way. Most of the time when stuff goes viral, it's negative. You don't want it to go viral that way. So would you rather it go viral because people really enjoyed this information, they were really happy for you or whatever, which is rare, or would you rather to be like, she look real crazy right now, she walking in them heels like Bambi, I don't understand what's happening, but so then she's already not feeling too confident in the situation, and then that confidence, that lack of confidence, is going to read across camera. So they're going to be able to tell that you're not comfortable. This isn't normally you. This isn't how you normally act or perform or anything like that. And it could go well or it could not. But if you don't feel good about what it is that you're putting out there, I don't really know why you would put it out there. As far as the other content, like you said, some people like video, some people like art. Unfortunately, we kind of got to go with what's popping on the internet, unless you already have a platform doing something else. So, prime example, Justin LeBoy. I don't know if y'all follow him on Instagram, but he is very popular. I don't think he has posted a reel yet. However, his entire Instagram profile is memes. It's usually a white background with black words on it. That's it. And he has hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of followers who just come and laugh at what it is that he posts. But what's popular right now when you're trying to grow is Instagram Reels. Like I said, I don't believe that he's posted a reel, but he had that following and they're just here for that particular thing. The tricky thing with that is that when you're a business, especially when you're just getting started out, you kind of have to go with the flow of what's working best for the app, what's going to help you grow on that particular app. So you can't really go against the grain. It could work for you, but it's kind of better to just go along with what the app is doing. So what I would do in that instance is you can still take pictures and make them reels. So in the sense of where some people like art, then take a reel, just record a short video. What I would honestly do to just help your views go up, I would take like a 5-second video of, let's say if it's this picture right here, your artist, that's your business, and it's this picture right here, I would take a 5-second video of this picture, post it as a reel, add some calm, soothing music to the background, or something that you want the emotion that you want your art to evoke. We'll say that. Let me not tell you what type of music to add. Whatever type of music you feel would evoke the emotion that you want the person to feel when they see this piece of art, and post that. So that way you're still posting your art. It's a still image or a still video, because if you take a picture and you post it as a reel, I believe it only does it for like 4 seconds anyway. So 4 or 5 seconds, it's up to you. But and you can pull it out to make it longer if you want to make it 10 seconds, or add another one to make it 8 seconds, like that. So that's what I would say, in the sense, if you're not comfortable being on camera, in the sense of that being outside of your creative zone, outside of your comfort zone, I work with mostly service providers, and I do that on purpose because in my experience, from my background and my expertise of my coming up in this social media game, you connect with people on camera. So it's easier for me to just get on video, show my face, talk to you. You can see my face. You can see my expressions. Like they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I feel like video is worth 1,000,000, because you can sense my tone. I'm hungry. I'm getting a little hangry. Like I could be getting a little hangry when I was having the issues with YouTube. It was about to be a problem, but we got it together, You can see, you don't have to guess how I'm feeling in that moment, because I'm showing you my face. I'm talking to you. You hear the tone of my voice. You can kind of feel my vibe. I was cracking jokes at the beginning and things like that. You can get that vibe faster from video. So I choose to mostly work with service providers, because when I was working with people who had product-based businesses, it was like a fight, because they wanted to just put the product out there. But like I said earlier, gone are the days of where people just see a pretty picture and they want to buy. It's not completely, out of the realm, because that's when they would want to fight with me. Well, what about Walmart? Well, what about Target? We don't know who the face of those brands are. You do realize that you're comparing yourself to $1 billion corporation that has been around for a long time, and you just started yesterday. So it's not the same. It's not the same. No. If you sell art, we'll go back to that example. If you sell art, or we'll even go back to products, especially the products that people have to use on their body. When it comes to art, because art is subjective and artists can be mysterious and weird and creative, that's why we let singers get away with so much stuff. Like, does anybody know what Sia's face looks like? Does anybody know what Bryson Tiller's face looked like? We just saw Her's face, but at the same time, the singer Her, if she walked past me on the street, I promise you I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know who she was. We let artists get away with stuff like that. So when it comes to music, when it comes to paintings and different types of art like that, you can kind of get away with it. But let's say if you're selling perfume, if you're selling body butters, anything that goes on the body, or really even clothes and things like that, people want to know who it is that they're purchasing from. Because at the same time, like I believe it was the CEO of Publix or something along those lines. Like when things, well, not we won't even go specifically into Publix, but when things started coming out about certain corporations were supporting Trump, well, that made people not want to purchase. But then on the opposite end, when it came out that, oh, well, this is a Black-owned business, that made a lot more people want to purchase. Black-owned business, woman-owned business, minority-owned business. Those things started coming out and people started promoting that more. That made people interested in it. People want to know the face behind the brand. So is it possible that you could be like, well, I don't really want to be on camera. I'm just going to shoot my shot and see if it works. You can, but again, people want to know, who is it that I'm purchasing from? I want to feel a connection with you. There's a reason why a Beyonce, a J. Cole, those artists who have made drops and they didn't do any promotion. There's a reason why they can do that, because there's a trust factor there. So you need to have your audience, your customers, your followers, they need to be able to trust you, because if I trust you, I'll give you my money. Just as simple as that. You trust that this product is of good quality. You trust that this person is upstanding. So therefore you support their business. You support whatever it is that they're selling. You just support them in general. And I'm sure you can think of certain people like that for yourself, to where it's like, oh, first thing that popped into my mind, Jessica Simpson. Jessica Simpson was this 90s singer. We loved her. She branched off into clothes and shoes. I've worn her shoes before. When I see them, I know that they're good quality. I know that they hold up. I know that they're really cute. I know I can walk in them. If it's a style that I really like and it says Jessica Simpson on the inside of the shoe, I'm going to purchase it, because I've seen her face and I appreciate the quality of the items that she sells. And you all can think of certain things, like I said, that you have purchased before, that you purchased because you enjoy that person or what that person stands for. Another thing, what people stand for with the Honey Pot, this feminine products, when she came under attack because she had, this wasn't the most recent thing, but when she came under attack because she had an interview, I believe it ended up being like in a Target ad or something like that. And she was saying she basically wanted to be a person that little Black girls could look up to. And there were a lot of people that were a little upset about that, because why does it have to be little Black girls? Why can't it be all girls? Or why can't it be white girls and Black girls or Mexican girls? What? She is a Black woman. She was a little Black girl, and she wished that she had someone that she could look up to. You can feel how you feel about that, but I liked how she handled that situation. That made me want to support her. I purchased Honey Pot products because of that, because I know that it's a Black woman-owned business and how she stood up for herself in that moment. So that's what I would say. If you are in those moments trying to stretch outside of your comfort zone, to ease your way into it. And even if you are into like an art type of situation, maybe you just start off showing your hands. Maybe you have some type of way that you cover up your face, so that way you're on camera, but your identity is, not known or whatever like that. But for me personally, I feel like the best way that you can do that is to push yourself and step outside of your comfort zone. Not that you have to start going live like I'm doing right now, or that you have to that you have to do something that you're super uncomfortable with, like just start off making videos, talking on camera. Maybe you start off doing lip syncs, or maybe you just show up and you just point. Maybe that's all you need to do right now, because you're not ready to be on camera talking. That's fine. But I personally feel like your people are able to connect with you better when they know who they're connecting with. They're able to connect with your brand, with your business better once they know who you are. So it's a little bit better to step outside of your comfort zone when it comes to creating content and showing the person behind the brand, the the process. People love behind the scenes. People are nosy. So if you want to share behind the scenes of how you make your products, and again, your face isn't in it, it's just your hands mixing everything together. You can do that because people want to know what it is, especially now that a lot more people are more health conscious. They're not just going for, it's a whole bunch of stuff on here that I can't pronounce. They actually want to know what it is that I'm using, and who it came from. Is this sustainably sourced? Things like that. People want to know that. So if you share those behind the scenes, that's super important. It's been over 30 minutes. So we're going to recap real quick. What you can do when you are not feeling creative. Number one, I had said, you can suck it up. I'm not feeling creative right now, but guess what? I slapped on some eyebrows, some lip gloss, set up my situation, and I came on live so that way I could be here for y'all, because I made a commitment to myself. It's no repercussions besides me not doing what I said I was going to do. And that's enough for me. For some people, they need other repercussions, but that was enough for me. I made a commitment, and I wanted to be committed to that I said every Thursday, I'm going live at 7 o'clock. Didn't feel like it today. I'm hungry, but we here. Okay. We making this thing happen. All right. So number one, you can suck it up. Number two, you can find ways to make content without it being, I'm sitting in front of the camera making content. You can record yourself doing your everyday life, random things. You may not even think that, oh, this is going to be something I can use right away. Instead, don't even focus on what you're going to use it for. I use the example of myself cleaning up around the house. I just recorded myself cleaning up around the house, and that ended up being a video that was very relatable because unless you nasty, you clean. And I said that I enjoy cleaning because you can post entertaining content. Like, and even though you feel entertaining, people feel like you have to be funny, you have to be doing some type of skit or something. Entertaining is just whatever entertains that person. Think about when you watch television. There are so many different channels. Some people are entertained by CNN. Some people are entertained by Lifetime. Some people are entertained by the Sci-Fi Network. Some people are entertained by Sports Center. Entertaining is entertaining. What captures that person's attention and makes them want to continue watching, whether it makes them laugh, cry, makes them want to take action, whatever the case may be, that counts as entertaining content. So the fact that hundreds of people sat there and watched me clean my house, they were entertained by that. And I didn't tell not nan joke. It wasn't funny. It was just me cleaning. Okay. So again, recap, because I got off topic like I usually do. But that's okay. You followed along with me. Kudos for you. Number one, what you can do when you're not feeling the most creative is that you can suck it up. Just go ahead and do it anyway. You're not always going to be feeling in the mood to do certain things. But sometimes we got to do what we don't want to do in order to get to where we're trying to go. That's just life. You don't always feel like doing certain things, but sometimes you got to do it. And the outcome, you never know what it's going to be. And then the other thing that I would suggest is that everything is content. Batch create your content, number one. So rewind. Number two is everything is content. Wait, I just got it mixed up again. Number two is batch create your content. So that way, when you don't feel like showing up on camera, you already have videos set to go. I have about 50 reels saved in my drafts, ready to go. Like, I have not been feeling creative at all this month, but yet and still I have plenty of reels. So that way I can keep up my commitment again to myself. Not only was I going live on Thursday, but I committed to posting 5 times per day on social media. I have enough content in order to do that because I batch create my content. I have it already recorded. So whether I feel like being on camera or not, that video is going to go up. But then when you're batch creating your content, just remember that everything is content. It doesn't have to be something necessarily planned out. It could be something as simple as you taking a walk. If you don't want to be on camera, record your feet. Or if you're walking your dog, record your feet and then go up into showing your dog. Or maybe you don't want to show your neighborhood, so maybe you walk in the park or something like that. That's the easiest content that you can do, to where it doesn't have to do with anything particular with your niche, but you can make it related to your niche. So again, you taking a walk in the park, that has to do with your health, your fitness, you being outside, you clearing your mind, you getting your mind ready so that way you can do whatever it is that you do with your business, things like that. So Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciated it. It was great for me. I hope it was great for you. If you have further questions, slide in my DMs. I will be happy to help you answer your questions or anything like that. Or if you want a more intense, like one-on-one situation, so that way I can help you come up with content ideas, help you become more confident on camera, so that way we can turn that social media content into cash. You need to go ahead and DM me the word strategy, so that way we can set up a 1 hour consultation. We can go ahead and figure out your whole social media strategy, so that way you can show up on camera regardless of how it is that you're feeling. Again, slide in my DMs with the word strategy, so that way we can come up with you a winning social media strategy and turn your social media content into cash. It's all about that money. Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, this was great. I'm about to go eat. Until next time.